What's happening, everybody, on this Friday, January 30th, going into the weekend? I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. This is Rich with Rich's Rants. And I have, I guess, an open bag, open box review here on something I purchased. I've got a few of these in my vehicles, and they have more than paid for themselves on two occasions. And that is a dash cam. For those of y'all that don't have a dash cam in your vehicle, I strongly advise getting one, especially if you have a car accident and it is not your fault and you are having to deal with the person who is at fault's insurance. Good luck without proof that you are not at fault. I'm going to give you all some instances, two occasions that I've had in the past couple of years that had I not had a dash cam, I more than likely would not have had their insurance companies pay for my damages to my vehicle and my medical bills because they are very reluctant to trust you over their client that is paying them for the insurance on that vehicle that was negligent in causing you damages, whether it's just physical damages to your vehicle, property, or to you personally, physically to you. And I've had two occasions where one was just property damage and one that was both. And with that dash cam, when I told them I had video and a dash cam, it was a game changer. It was no longer questioning me whether I was exaggerating or lying. Uh, when I sent them the video footage of the accidents, they responded back within a couple hours and basically said, go take care of your problem, your property, your medical bills. And I was fully 100% reimbursed uh, by that person's insurance company. And when it came to the medical bills, I paid no out of pocket medical bills uh, because they covered those bills. So get a dash cam if you don't have a dash cam. I purchased another one just now. I even carry a dash cam in my side by side because that incident's a hunting incident where somebody came up to me and basically was a hunter harassment. And that was good to have that on that dash cam as well. But as far as vehicles and driving in public, as far as your car, your truck, your automobile, to and from work, running around town, doing errands and whatnot, man, get a dash cam. I'm telling you, not just for accidents, but just there's crazy people out there, man. Vandalism happens every day in parking lots, right? So let's get into what I got today. I wanted to get another dash cam because with technology nowadays, they're getting better in their quality and features. I wanted one that was Wi-Fi. Finally got this one that's Wi-Fi. I wanted one that had a phone app so I can actually look at my truck. This is going to go on my truck, look at my truck, pull up the cameras on my phone no matter where I'm at, and I can see what's going on with my truck in a parking lot, wherever, right? I'm going to be able to access that camera via this Wi-Fi and look at it, and I can take pictures on my cell phone. I can record the video on my cell phone, even when I'm not in the vehicle myself. So that's another reason why I got this one. I also got this one because it has GPS. It records speed. What is that good for? Well, let's just say a law enforcement officer pulls you over for speeding and he says you were doing 70 and a 50 and you've got this recorded that you were doing 50 and a 50. Go to court, bring the footage. That case should get dropped, all right, because it's date stamped, time stamped, that at X date on X time, I was doing 50 miles an hour at this location, and the ticket was written for 70 miles an hour. Any good judge or any judge, no matter what, even if they're a bad judge, can't deny the fact that I was actually doing 50 and not 70 that cop wrote that ticket for. So that case should get dismissed. I haven't had that instance. I don't want that instance to happen. But now, should it occur, I've got it. Um, there was times before they had dash cams, or at least before I had a dash cam, I had a Texas state trooper pull me over and wrote me a ticket for reckless operation because I had to jam my brakes on because some fool came behind me, passed me up in a no passing lane, going up to the top of a hill, which is why it was a double solid line, no passing because we were going up a hill. He passed me up, got in front of me, got to the top of the hill, and just jammed his brakes on. So I jammed my brakes on. Well, for some reason, the state trooper that was sitting up there pulled me over and gave me a ticket for reckless operation. And because I jammed my brakes on, he said I was speeding, I was going too fast, and that I approached the car too fast and had to hit my brakes in a reckless manner. And I literally got written the ticket. That guy just kept cruising. He was gone, right? The cop pulled me over, and I got the ticket and had to drive another. And that county that ticket was written in Texas, I had to drive 3 hours from Houston to that county to deal with that ticket. They would not let you do anything over the phone. You had to physically go to the justice of the peace to handle that ticket. I wound up paying that justice of the peace cash, and he literally took the ticket and ripped it in half and threw it in the trash. I don't know what kind of shady shit they were doing in that little county, but he took the cash and ripped the ticket up and told me to get out of his office because I questioned him about anything showing I paid that ticket. And he says, you don't, this is when he ripped it up. He says, you don't have to worry about it. I don't give receipts. And he tore the ticket up and threw it in the trash. I just turned around and walked out. I wasn't getting arrested or dealing with that, whatever that was going on in that county. So here's what I got. I got a new one. I hope it does what I want. It says it has the GPS, it has the Wi-Fi, it has the free phone app. Shouldn't be any subscriptions for anything, and then I should be able to take pictures and video, save video on my phone from this camera. So let's open this thing up. I did get it from Amazon. I'm going to tell you, I don't know anything about it. It had good reviews. It had a lot of purchases. We'll open it up. I'll give you the brand name of it. It did have a lot of good reviews, like I mentioned. It was like $149. Not bad for the features that it has. It does come with the SIM card. 128, I think. We'll look at it. Let's find out. Let's open this sucker up. Still in the package. I haven't touched it. It did come by Amazon. It was Amazon Prime. It was overnight delivery by 4 to 8 p.m. the next day or overnight. That was BS. I ordered it Wednesday. It should have been delivered Thursday by 8 p.m. It didn't arrive until this afternoon, this Friday. So it was. I'm not complaining, but you can't always believe when Amazon says something's overnight or next day or 3-day delivery. Don't count on it, man. Are they usually right or get it right the first time? Yeah, they do. I order a lot of stuff on Amazon, and most of my stuff is delivered when they say it's going to be delivered. But this was not. It may have been just this one order, but it was not delivered next day by 8 a.m. It was delivered 2 days later. That's all good. I'm not in a rush. So let's open this up. I haven't touched it. It was shipped. I don't know how they shipped this. It's got stuff all over it. I can't tell. It doesn't say whether it was UPS. It doesn't say Postal Service or USPS. It doesn't have any of that. I don't know how they delivered this thing, but let's open it up and let's see what we got, y'all. I'm gonna look at installing it in the morning in my truck and see how it works over the weekend. I do have a dash cam that's in my truck now that actually costs twice as much as this, but it's old. I've had it a while and it's starting to act kind of goofy on these screens. It's taking the video fine. I checked the video and the video is not all staticky. It's just the monitor of the screen on the camera, I think, that's going out. And I don't want to have an instance or an occurrence that it's not recording, so I don't trust it to actually record anymore. So this is going to replace that. Now that one's actually one of those mirror cams. It fits over your mirror and it is your rear view mirror. It's cool. That's why it costs twice as much. And it's older. Like I've had that one several years. When I say several years, I'm talking at least 5 years. And that's the one that saved my ass in those 2 instances. But let's open this up. This is the FreeXar. I guess that's how you pronounce this. I'm not sure. Y'all can see it right here. It's a D4 over here. It is a 4-channel dash cam. Now, usually what that means is that it has a rear camera that would be a 4-channel. This does have the left and right cameras, and these are, I think they rotate completely backwards, and then this is your main camera, right? So we got a 4-channel front camera, 4K, side and rear cameras, 1080p, Super Night Vision 2.0, they call it a G sensor. I think that's if you have a wreck or if your vehicle's like suffers a hard impact. I think it automatically takes pictures, something like that. I'll look at that, but it's something to do with the sensors that it starts recording or taking pictures. Also, I think it has something to do with if it's in sleep mode or something like that. It gets your vehicle gets jarred or bumped, it automatically starts recording or taking pictures or whatnot. It does have Wi-Fi. It does have GPS, which is what I wanted. It does come with a 128 gigabyte or GB memory card. That's what I mentioned earlier. And the stickers covering up some stuff there. I have no idea what those features are, but we'll open it up and find out. It does have loop recording, which is a good thing. And WDR, I have no idea what that is, because I'm no expert at this stuff. It is made in China. Go figure, right? Electronics, they're all made in China for the most part. So let's open this thing up and let's see what we have. Set that aside. Wet my whistle a little bit. And now we can see what was covered up back there. Voice control and parking control. That parking control is what I was talking about. That it keeps recording or taking photos. Somebody bumps your vehicle or something like that. But that's, I don't know the details on that. Again, I know nothing about this camera other than what I just read to y'all and saw on Amazon when I ordered it. My main goal was to have something that had Wi-Fi, GPS, and came with its own memory card, and this one does, and it comes with a large 128. I like that. Let's see if I can get this to open. Got a nice solid box. I will give it that. This box is really thick cardboard. That's not cheap. Some stuff you order has really cheap packaging. This is not, and probably because it is electronic. They don't want it damaged. Here we go. Whoa. We got all kinds of stuff falling out of this sucker, don't we? Let's see. Let's start from the top. FreeXar. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, y'all can laugh all you want. I have no idea how to pronounce that. FreeXar. Freer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care either. These are easy installations. Start here, and you got your your app. Scan for your app. Easy Wi-Fi setup. Scan code there, and something Vidor app. I guess that's the app for your phone that you would scan. You get that downloaded to your phone, and let's set that there. And you got more detailed information. It has 2 parking modes, parking mode duration. That's pretty cool. My dogs are looking at me through my window wanting to come in the house. They're just gonna have to wait. Y'all just gonna have to wait. Just some general information here. Claim your 2-year warranty. Thanks for choosing FreeXar, I guess? FreeXar? Enjoy a free 1-year extension for a total of 2-year protection. Activate within 7 days. So that's good. I'm glad I didn't pay for the extra Amazon protection on it, because now I got a free 2-year protection on it. So that's a plus. Did not know that. Share in your share to win. It's kind of symbol. I'm kind of ignorant sometimes, or slow, one of the two. Show your drive. So don't know what that is. And this looks like the actual instruction manual, user's manual. Yes, it is. We got that in there. And let's see if that's readable print, even with my bad eyes. Sometimes I get these manuals, instructions, I can't even read them with my glasses. So far, that's good. Yep, I can read this. Yep, I got those Axel Pro earbuds, and man, I could not read their instructions. It was so small. I can read this, so that's a good thing for you guys that are my age or people with some bad eyeballs. I can read the print on this. That's no problem with my cheaters on me. We got some insulation going on here, and something's probably under there. Yep, there it is. Oh wow, this thing's smaller than I thought. Well, that's cool, because the pictures of it look like that's pretty tiny, man. I like that. That's a lot smaller than I thought. I thought it was going to be some big ass camera. Wow, this thing's heavy, man. So when you look at the pictures on Amazon and you scroll through the photos and all that, I thought this camera was going to be like 11, 10, 12 inches long, but this thing can't be more than about, what, maybe 6 inches long? That's pretty compact. And man, it's heavy. My other dash cams are nowhere near the weight of this thing. We'll drop it and break it. So it's got the protective covers on your camera lenses. We'll set that aside for now. This box has probably got your accessories and cables and all that wonderful stuff in it, which it does. We got a bunch of different, that's for installation, I'm sure. Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna put this on my truck. I'm like a goofball if I put that on my truck. But it's funny, they give you one. Uh, you know, not gonna happen there, guys. I appreciate the sticker though. I got some extra cleaning cloths and some extra adhesive things to mount it. I guess if I ruin that one, I can mount it or put it somewhere else too. So that's kind of cool. And then back to your what was in the box. These are your cables. Looks like you got a cigarette lighter, USB port charging cable with the charging cable, and oh, that's your rear view mirror. I'm probably not going to put that in. I may, who knows? Yeah, I probably will. I got it. I might as well put it in. I can run the cable through the side of the roof there, and that plastic trim that goes along the side on the interior. It'll be easy enough. Being a truck, I can do it like literally right on the top and go straight back. So I'll probably put this in my truck. That'll be an easy wiring install and hiding that wiring. And this looks like the main cable. Man, it'll be great if this is the same size cable that fits my current um, mirror dash cam in there, mirror cam in there, but I look at it now and it is not. Damn. Okay, so I'll have to rewire that. No big deal. That was easy to do too from my console, my F250 through the lower part of my dash under the glove box, and then go up the side window in that trim there, and then come back across. It's really very easy. It's like 5 minutes, y'all. If y'all wonder how easy it is to hide these wires, it's very easy to do that. So that's kind of cool. What else, man? Let's look at the camera. So we've got, I guess it would go like that. I'm sure this is probably adjustable somehow, some way. Yep, there we go. That's adjustable. Uh, that's cool. It's already kind of angled the way it needs to go. And I guess if you need to, that's as far as that goes at that angle, but it goes further back to angle it. But if that's on the window, then it would be positioned kind of with the window. And then, yeah, I can see why it angles that way. So if that's your window, which has a slight slope to it, right, you can square it off and level it to that. So that's a good way of good. And then you do have these, that's your main camera. And then you do have the side camera. Let's see if these things rotate all the way around and show basically to the interior of the vehicle. And it does a 180. Both of them do. So another thing that I like is if, let's just say you are encountering someone at your vehicle, whether it's the driver's side or passenger side, pulled over by police, you can turn this camera and record your conversation with that officer that's pulled you over or has approached your driver's side window. And or sometimes cops travel in twos or pairs, and the other one always goes to the passenger side. Well, now you can record both these cops at both sides. Um, or if you got somebody road raging, you can angle these to point at them on the side of your vehicle to show them road raging on you, right? I've had that before too, and show them road raging on you as they pull up and harass you, right? You can record that. Oh, and these things also swivel. I don't know if you can see that. They swivel, but you can angle them up and down. They angle up and down and front and rear. So that's cool. My other one, I don't think does that. No, it doesn't. So that's a kind of a plus or upgrade compared to my current dash cam. Again, the technology in these things have just gotten insane, and the cost of these things are really reasonable for what all you're getting. The SD card looks like it plugs in right there at the top, and it's already in there. And again, that's 128 gigabyte. That's cool. And then you have your push buttons down here. to, I guess, format and program it to time, date, and all that good stuff. Take pictures, um, whatnot. It does display all 4 channels on here, so you've got a quadrants on here. It'd be like one, camera 1, 2, 3, and 4 in there, or you can just set it to where you have the main camera. So you can set it which camera you want to view on the large screen, or you can just have all 4 cameras going at one time. I'll probably have all 4 cameras going at one time because while I'm driving, I want to see what's going on all the way around me. Um, so I'll probably have all 4 cameras at one time showing. Um, that's pretty cool. It works as a backup camera too, I guess, right? If you're backing up for those older cars that don't have backup cameras, now you can look at your rear view camera on here, and you can put it at a full screen if you need to back up. Might be good if you're backing trailers up, or like a boat or utility trailer, cargo haul or something useful, right? To be able to see what's going on back there, especially backing a boat up, going down a ramp, uh, which I do, but I've been backing trailers up my entire life and boats down ramps and launching them in my entire life. I don't need the camera to do that. But when I'm 90, I might, I might have, hey, I need a camera because I can't see shit. Trailers going in the dock. You've seen those. I see them all the time with the boat ramps. It's crazy. You got these people with these $300,000 boats, and they and they can't back them up down a ramp and launch them. That's funny. You just sit there and watch them. I had one time. I even got out and said, "Hey man, do you want me to back your boat up before you launch it?" He got pissed off at me. It's like I've been sitting here 45 minutes watching you go everywhere, every direction, but in the water, and he got pissed off. Couldn't help but laugh. Anyway, but that's it, man. This is your FreeXar or FreeXar camera right there. 4 channel Wi-Fi. It's got a phone app. I'm looking forward to plugging this sucker in tomorrow, man. I was looking at buying a wireless one where you don't have to plug it in and you can just move this from one car to the next, right? Real easy because it's completely wireless. But I haven't found one I like. You got to trade features, right? The wireless ones don't have near the features these have. At least not that I could find. Uh, and if you want to run the back camera in the back, that one's still wired even on a wireless camera because they say the wireless cameras, if you run the back camera, it will drain the battery significantly on your camera. So they hardwire that one for some reason, or for that reason, not some reason, for that reason. So that's it on this, man. If I'll get this thing installed tomorrow, more than likely, and run it and see how it does the next few days, and then I'll do a after review of actually using it and see how easy it is to control and look at the photos and the buttons and setup and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to show y'all this new little camera. Again, I know nothing about it. I just went by reviews, and like I mentioned in my previous videos, I go by reviews, a lot of reviews, a lot of verified reviews of purchasers, and I go by the ratings when I purchase something like that on Amazon or like this on Amazon. This one had, let's see, I got my laptop right here. This one had, for a dash cam, it had 158 reviews, 400 bought in the past month, and a 4.4 star rating. So I wouldn't say that's a lot of reviews, but a lot of people have bought this. 400 purchases within the past month. That's a lot of people. And if people buy these, 400 people bought these, not everybody goes in there and gives good reviews, but Lord, they will jump on there and give a bad review in a heartbeat, right? So just because it only had 158 reviews with a 4.4 rating, that's not a lot of reviews when you look at 400 were purchased. But if 400 bought this and 100 people hated this or had problems with it, you'd have a lot more reviews, and they'd be the bad reviews, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. People don't always get good reviews, but they'll sure take the time out to slam a company or a product, right? So the fact that it has no bad reviews and they're selling that many of them in a 30-day period leads me to believe it's probably a good product. Great? Don't know. Good? It's probably a good product. It's a dash cam and it's got the features I want. As long as those features work, I'm cool with it. Comes with a extended free 2-year warranty. I like that because I almost considered buying the Amazon warranty on it, and I'm glad I didn't. Um, it wasn't a whole lot, but now I'm glad I didn't. I made a choice, a good call, because I got 2 years of a free warranty or extended warranty on it. It comes with like 1 year. I got that extra year, I believe is what it said, right? Anyway, I'm Rich Robin with Rich's Rents. Do it yourself. Just your everyday guy here, man. I buy gadgets like this for my vehicles, and again, this has saved me. Oh, let me get to the story. So one guy was a plumbing or lawn sprinkler install guy, right? And he was driving towards me, and a piece of his PVC pipe flew off his trailer and literally came through my windshield and impaled it. And I literally bent over, and it came through the windshield. That thing would have went right in my freaking mouth, and killed me without a doubt. It would have killed me. Um, and I turned. The guy didn't stop, and whether he saw it or not, I don't know. I think he did, and here's why I say that, because when I stopped and turned, I looked in my rearview mirror to see if he was stopping, and he wasn't. I turned around, and he blew through a four-way stop intersection right there, and I was like, "This guy knows what happened. Now he's hauling butt, right?" So I'm following him. He blew through red lights. He blew through four-way stop signs, hauling butt, trying to get away from me. And I'm recording him the whole time with my dash cam. And after about 4 or 5 miles down the road, we got out further out to the country. He finally realized I wasn't stopping, and he pulled over. And of course, we got into a confrontation out in the middle of the damn street. And when I told him everything was being recorded, he calmed down. And it shows me walking over to his trailer and pointing out the PVC pipe, because half of the PVC pipe, when it came through my windshield, snapped off of his trailer. It was like a 20-foot PVC pipe. And what was happening is the wind was picking it up, flapping, and it flapped just right at the time I was passing him, and that point went right into my windshield. And as he was passing, my truck was going this way, it snapped off. So the broken 5-foot piece or 10-foot piece was still in his trailer. In the video, the dash cam showed me picking that broken frayed piece off, and me telling him, "This is what's left of the piece that went through my windshield." And of course, he denied everything, said I was making a story up because I had a cracked windshield. I just wanted to use his insurance to get a free windshield, is what he was claiming. So when I told him I had it on dash cam, he wanted to see it, and I said, "I'm not doing all that out in the middle of the street in the country. That's not going to happen." I got back in my truck after I took his plates and all that down, and he actually did give me his name. And he had a company truck. I took the name of the company with my cell phone, pictured all that, photoed all that. Got back in my truck, and long story short, got a hold of his insurance and talked to an insurance rep through his insurance, which was in Alabama. And they said that they would call him to get his side of what happened. And he said he had no idea what I was talking about. He basically said, "I don't know what that guy's talking about. That never happened. He's making this up, probably to get a free windshield on his truck." And they called me back and told me what he said. And that's when I told that agent, I said, "I have this on dash cam." And the agent got real quiet, and he says, "You have this recorded?" I said, "I have the entire incident recorded from when my windshield was impaled from the PVC pipe that was still on his trailer that came into my truck." And I said, "I have footage of him running four-way stop signs and red lights trying to evade me, to get away from me, because he knew what happened." And the guy immediately said, "Can you send that to me?" And I said, "By all means." And he sent me a portal from his wherever insurance company. He sent me a portal to download such a large file. I sent it to him. Within the hour, he called me back and told me to go get my windshield repaired, that they would cover the claim. And I went and got I called Benzinger, and Benzinger came to my house and put a new windshield in. It was about $500. It had the defrost and all that in it. It was another $300 because I had a film on it that was a sunscreen film on it that blocked out the heat and the glare. That was like a $300 aftermarket thing that I had installed on my windshield. So that, and I still had the receipt on that thing in my glove box, and I submitted that receipt. So they reimbursed me the entire cost of that. But had it not been for that dash cam, it was my word against his word, and the insurance agent was taking his word over me. That's where that was going. They were going to deny my claim. So that dash cam saved my butt on that, and I got my windshield repaired and at full replacement cost, and that film repaired. Unfortunately, I had to do all that because I had to stay home and have that shit done. But had it not been the dash cam, it would have never happened. Uh, the other incident was I was rear-ended by a drunk driver, unfortunately, um, and that was all recorded. Um, and the insurance agent or insurance company asked me for my dash cam footage on that as well. It showed the impact of that lady running right up my butt in my F2. I was in my F250 and she was in an old Pontiac, and she was drunk as a skunk, man. Um, so that saved me as well as far as just verifying that. When then the dash cam, here's the funny, the dash cam caught her running. She was running like on foot down in front of my truck away. I don't know where she was going. She was drunk. She was staggering and falling down, and the deputies were chasing chasing her on foot, trying to get her because she was running through traffic. And this was all my dash cam. So had it not been for all that, I mean, it'd been my word again saying what was going on. Of course, they could have got a police report on that one, but they did ask for that dash cam, and it shows the impact. She hit me about 40 miles an hour. I was at a dead stop, and she just ran right up my butt, man. And I had my bumper replaced. My receiver hitch was replaced. Some other damage back there was replaced. Thank God I had a big 250 jacked up, and I had a big aftermarket road armor bumper on there, which is like 3/16 stick steel. And I had a BMW 12-inch drop hitch on there with a 3-ball mount on it. So that prevented her from really getting up under into my truck. But man, it destroyed her front end. Her front end of her car was gone. It was just total destroyed. Hood was buckled up, hitting the windshield. I thought she was hurt, uh, and I thought she was talking all weird because she had hit her head on the steering wheel apparently. But as I got closer to her, you could smell the alcohol just coming out of that vehicle. And I asked her, "Are you drunk?" And she just looked at me with these glassy eyes and said, "No." And I'm like, "Yeah, you drunk. I can smell it." She had a bottle of vodka sitting in her console, like a half a bottle of a fifth, and it was half gone. She was hammered drunk, and she wasn't hurt. She was just drunk. So that was the 2 times this camera has really, a dash cam has helped me. So if you don't have a dash cam, man, I'm telling you, go get it. Uh, this turned into an open box review, into a lessons of my experiences with these dash cams. And I can't stress them important enough to get them. I don't care what kind of dash cam you buy. I'm not promoting these guys. I don't even know who they are. I paid for this on Amazon, 150 bucks. But get a dash cam, man. If you don't get them, I'm Rich Robin, Rich's Rants. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you stayed with me this long, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for future videos. I got more videos coming out, more products that I purchased. I got another one I'm going to be doing. Maybe in the morning I'll do it. I don't want to do it now because I just did this one. And I want to enjoy my Friday afternoon with my family. They're all kind of working their way home right now, and enjoy my Friday evening with them and get some dinner going. But check back. I'll be doing a video on a spotting scope that I bought. You watch my videos, you said, I'm into guns and rifles and hunting and all that. Well, I bought a spotting scope because I got tired of having to walk down range to see where my rounds are when I'm sighting a rifle in, or just seeing if I'm still on target. So I got tired of walking 200 yards down, 200 yards back, and waiting between. Anybody's been to shoot range, you know what I'm talking about. It kind of sucks and it's time consuming. This spotting scope is going to keep me from having to walk down range if I'm not going down there to hang a new target up. So I can do my 3-shot groups, look through the spotting scope from where I'm sitting at my bench and see where my rounds are hitting, and make my turret adjustments on my scope accordingly, and shoot another burst or round, and then look through my spotting scope. It also allows a camera, my cell phone, to be attached to it as well to record my shooting. So I think it's a pretty cool spotting scope, and it's a reasonably priced, very reasonable price spotting scope. If it does what it says and it's got some decent quality to it, it's well worth what I paid for it being cheap. I mean, it was cheap, but you get what you pay for, right? I figured worst case, if it doesn't work, it doesn't have at least some quality to it for what I'm using it for, I can always send it back. It's got a 30-day return on it. I can always send it back, and then I can spend the big bucks and get the real deal, like a Vortex or a Leupold or something like that. But those, man, we're talking, you know, hundreds to $1,000, man. And I just don't want to spend that for a spotting scope that I'm gonna use every now and again at the range to sight a new rifle in or a new scope in. I just can't justify that cost. So if this does what I need as far as what little use I'm going to use it for, I'm good with what it costs. I'm gonna tell you right now, it costs like 55 bucks. It's cheap. So stay tuned and look for that video over the weekend. I'm going to open box that tomorrow and try it out. And I'll give y'all another review of this one once I've actually used it, installed in my F-250 and used that, and see the quality of the video and all that good stuff, and easy installation and setup and programming it. So hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let's grow this channel together, and I look forward to doing more videos for y'all. Some of this stuff I think y'all could find useful and helpful and all that good stuff. So I'm Rich Robin. Have a great weekend this weekend, January 30th, 2026, and I'll see y'all later.